Hello there. Bit more chilled now. Got me 2 months of nightmare work. Not the work was a nightmare, just the hours I was on to pull out of the way. I've just got week 1 of my relaxation. It's like went all like that. The work was dragging me every day. It felt like 6 weeks, you know. But like it's like sod's law in it. The moment you have time off, it just flies over. So I've got 1 week left. Now I've got to start on some shit. Here's some stuff I'm doing in the meantime. It's technically work. Beta testing program for Dualta. I am the only beta tester because it's paying me to do it, which is very nice. So I'm doing that like when I've got a bit of time here and there. You know, it's can't tell you anything about it. Or rather I can, but I'm going to choose not to at this moment in time until a bit of a later date. It's still early days for this particular program, so I'm not going to say anything about it. Been a big week for a number of reasons. Middle of last week I handed my notice in at Kurv Studios, so I will not be producing any more DVD training through them. So I know you're all trying to guess why that is. Why is it? Well, to be honest, I had a really good offer come through. As well as covering other stuff, it also covered DVDs, arranged DVDs, so and it was one of those offers that you'd be an idiot to turn down, and it was simply the money was too good. So it just came to the point where I said, look, you know, I sent an email to Wes Bexworth, who is in charge of Kurv, just basically saying, look mate, I've had a good offer, I know it's one you can't match, and it covers more than just DVDs, so as such, you know, it would be stepping on your toes anyway, so I've got to hand me notice in, and my notice was effective immediately. So because I'm doing that now, you know, handing me notice in and stuff, as from that day I can't offer any technical support for the DVDs that I've got out. What does that mean? Well, hopefully it means some of the emails will stop, because you know, it's all about contracts and stuff. My contract with Kurv was such that, you know, I was supposed to pop up before once a week and try and help, you know, with any tech support if need be. Now I'm out of contract with them. Technically I was out of contract for the last 2 discs, by the way. They were done with outside of contract, which is rather good news for me at the moment. So it means that I can't, now that I'm going to be working with another company, be popping up the Kurv forum and offering technical support or giving people loads of email tips. Yeah, but something that's simple like the missing chapter episode, the infamous missing bloody chapter episode. Yeah, I'll send them an email saying, look, you know, head out to the Kurv forum, on there somewhere there's a download link, but otherwise I can't help you because I'm no longer working for them. Now, as I will be the first person to have changed companies, this is going to be fun, isn't it? For a number of reasons. Now, I don't know what people's reaction is going to be when they find out, because, to be honest, I've got a call at the moment. If you go to iStifling, it could go one of 2 ways. People could either be really interested and really positive about it, or I could be called traitor and all the other shit that I've had for ages anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. Bottom line is, it's about the money, and about the fact that this is going to be the highest quality product in the industry. And that's not just me using sales talk. I can't tell you the rest of it. I can't tell you who it's for. I can't tell you a whole lot about it. So we'll move on to that. I'm going to want to have a quick walk, because incidentally that seat there is where, whenever I've had important things to break on these Waynecasts, it's a stupid name, Waynecast, isn't it? But it's descriptive. I always break it on that seat for some reason, because it's like near the start of the walk. So it means I'm not going to be sweating buckets. I'm not going to be froze to death and stuff like that. That's the reason why I picked that seat. So it's a rather important seat in the world of 3D, that one. It's a bus stop. If you look over my shoulder there, you can see it. But the strange thing about that bus stop is, I think the bus comes to that about once a year. So it's always funny if you're walking past and you see people who are not from the area sitting there waiting for a bus, and you're thinking, well, lad, you're going to be waiting a long fucking time. But, you know, it depends what mood you're in. Sometimes you tell them, sometimes you don't. Because sometimes people say, well, and stop being really sort of nasty about it, so I just don't bloody bother. More sense than enough. but there's no timetable. You see, that's a bit of a dead giveaway in the country. People will tell you that. No timetable means the bus arrives when it arrives. But yeah, so I suppose you could say at the moment I'm on gardening leave when I put my hat on. And yes, I know it's a baseball cap, but I've been wearing baseball caps for the last 20 years, right? And I'm not about to like change that just because a load of bloody chavs and shell suits start wearing it, right? No, I'm not a chav, not even close. Quickest way to get a smack in the mouth off me, actually. But yeah, so where was I? I can't remember what I was talking about. But yeah, so I'm on gardening leave. Does that mean I'm sitting on my arse doing now? Pretty much. I never sit on my arse doing nothing. You should know that by now. Apart from all this stuff for Gibraltar, I've got loads of other things that are in discussion. There's some very, very big news involving myself and another artist that will break later in the year. The news technically should break now, but it's being kept under wraps for a couple of good reasons. But needless to say, it's very big news, not just for me, but could be good news for the industry as a whole, or bad news, depending on which side of the fence you're on, really. Yeah, so I'm trying to pull all that together as well. There's some other sites and things that have been in the pipeline that I've been sorting out. Again, can't tell you what they are because they're connected with some other stuff. But it should tell you something, the fact that I'm doing it along with another person rather than bringing a designer in. Does this mean it's my own site? No, nothing to do with me or me personally. Am I involved heavily? Yes. I can't actually ask any of these other questions I had in mind because it's going to give the game away, and the other person involved will have my nads for breakfast. For those who don't know, nads are gonads, bollocks. I keep forgetting, that there's people outside of Britain watches these things. So I think it comes as a bit of a shock when they hear me talking in my normal voice. If I go talking in a DVD voice, I'll be honest, I dropped that on the last two ZBrush discs. That was at, to be honest, it was actually a number of emails I got where people had sort of read things on the blog and stuff like that, and // where I said, look, I don't know whether people could actually understand my normal accent. And a lot of people said, well, give it a go. Now, as I had two back to back, I did two back to back. So how did it go down? I think the jury's still out on that, to be honest. Well, a lot of people had no problem and can understand it perfectly well. There's another load of people that can't understand me. Usually that's people from different areas of Europe, etc., Asia. But without sounding like a screaming Nazi, to me, if somebody's first language is not English, then they can't really complain, you know what I mean? I'm going to pause this for a second while I have a cigarette. Where the hell's the thing yet? Right. I've got about 2 minutes before the end of part one. So yeah, it's been a very eventful week. There's been communication of all sorts flying around. Also, I can't tell you that one. No, that's on the NDA. What can I tell you? Not a whole lot, actually. About a lot of stuff. The stuff I can, it's relatively boring stuff. I normally do keep, as you know by now, what I'm working on, unless it's really, really big, I keep it low key because I don't believe in using it as a way of saying, hey, look how cool I am, I'm working on all these cool projects. No, I don't do that. I work for a lot of people. Sometimes it's helping, sometimes it don't. You find it by yourself, great. Let's see what time we've got. Now is this I've got no idea if this is recording or not. If it isn't, I'll see you in part two.